What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at this 2023 Audi A8L. This one has the S-Line package, black optics package, along with the executive package, about $100,000 car. So let's take a look at Audi's luxury vehicle, see what this thing is going to have to offer. So underneath the hood, the A8 is going to get a 6-cylinder. You cannot for the S8, which will give you a V8. However, this one, if we can pop it, you're going to see that twin turbocharged 6-cylinder motor, and it's going to be packing 335 horsepower with 369 pound-feet of torque. This one is the 55 Quattro. 0 to 60 can also come in around 5.6 seconds. Of course, this is an 8-speed automatic with that Quattro all-wheel drive system. Go ahead and close it now. Moving to the exterior styling, this is their luxury vehicle, so it's got a pretty cool design overall. Get a blacked out grille with really cool mesh throughout it, chrome for the logo. You also get a forward facing camera and a safety sensor. Really nice trim all throughout the lower portion, and then nice sensors on the side with parking sensors. You're gonna see more black trim, LED headlights with a very nice design with daytime running lights, and then 2 sharp body lines on the hood fading towards the windshield. A very grand car, definitely has a luxurious look. And as you make our way to the side profile, you're going to see a parking sensor along with a piece of trim, and then 21-inch wheels with a diamond cut and gloss black color, part of the black optics package. You get a really nice sharp body line throughout the side profile with your S-Line badge. I really especially love the lines on the upper portion, and then the sides here even is pretty aggressive. We get more body color along the side mirrors with an LED turn signal and side camera. You can see all of your door handles, gloss black trim surrounding the windows, and then a dual pane sunroof up on the roof itself. Very nice side profile. I like how proportional everything is. It just looks like a luxurious Focus sedan. Making our way in back, you can see that sharp line cutting all the way towards the taillights, and then a nice design for these LED lights. They're even connected with a cool looking LED bar. Got some nice body contours on the trunk, Quattro badge, and then more sharp lines throughout the bumper with parking sensors and a gloss black trim piece. Definitely a pretty stylish vehicle overall. And then if we go ahead and take a look at the trunk, there's a button underneath the logo. If we just press that once, it's going to automatically pop open, and we have a huge trunk in here. Very squared off, super spacious. There's even a cargo net on this left side with some hooks, and the center of the seat will fold down if you want to get extra space. And we just press that button once, we can automatically close up the trunk. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start up the engine before hopping into the rear, mainly because the rear in this car is where you wanna be. So we'll go ahead and fire it up. And then let's go back to the rear seats. So in here, this is ultra luxurious. So first off, the interior, got the cognac brown leather, perforated and smooth leather. Alcantara, you're gonna see on the inserts of the doors with smooth black leather and wood trim. You have some buttons here for the reclining of these seats. You have window controls, sunshade controls, and even extra storage. And then in back, this center seat here, if we pull this down, this is where you got some goods. So you're gonna see that LCD screen up on top, more seat controls, and even storage down here. Along with all that, you can push this and get 2 cup holders. We have 2 12 volts, touch sensitive right here for the fan speed, of course climate vents, storage, wood trim, and more vents. But if I go ahead and hop inside, let's take a look at how the screen works. So we have seat controls, heated and ventilated seats. If we tap this icon, you can see a few controls that'll pop up. You have seat settings, you have the massage, you have the temperature. You can go back into home, scroll over and see a few more things. And what's really cool, if we go ahead and hit this icon right here, you can see all of your sunshades. If I just tap this icon once, everything is going to automatically open up to let all the light for the interior. And then equally, if you just tap that one again, everything closes and we now get a nice dark interior. So certainly comfortable. And then these 2 buttons, this one right here, if you hold, it'll be the normal mode. If you hold this one, the extension is going to come out and the seat is going to slowly start to recline just to give you so much interior space. At 5'11", this is a great place to be. I would love to be back here on a road trip. And when you close that, it automatically will close for you. So A8, beautiful, luxurious car. Now, if you aren't gonna be getting chauffeured in your A8, let's see what the driver gets to play with, because you know what? It's still an Audi, it's a nice car to drive. Of course, the same door panel, same seating, all the controls, leather and everything. And if we hop inside, you get all these really nice screens. So moving to the center, we'll start there. We have a view icon that you can toggle to get a full screen or not. And especially if we go into navigation, you get that full screen nav to this one, which is really cool. If we go under this icon, you can see a lot of your trip information that will come up, as you would expect. And you can, of course, toggle back and forth. You get leather on the airbag cover, some media controls, obviously those controls, paddle shifters, you have your turn signal stock, and then windshield wipers. Cruise control is down here, and we have a button as well for the automatic steering column. We have headlight controls on the left side with the piano black, and then smooth black leather all around the dash with a nice combination of the wood and piano black. Air vents in the top, and more of these touch sensitive buttons. Now moving to the infotainment screen up in front now, kind of what you saw in back. We can toggle through all sorts of different apps within the car, adjust a few different things, and basically see everything going on with a configurable screen here. We have controls right here for media, we have more audio controls down here, phone integration when connected, and then of course navigation. Now the screen down here is more for climate. We have your fan speed for your seats, we have the temperature along with these zones and everything. Now if we toggle the seat icon, it comes up here and you can see a few different settings within it. Of course there's drive select down here. You can configure your different drive modes, individual, comfort, all of that. And then we have a few controls down here, traction control, parking sensors, your volume, and then your nice looking design for the shifter. Going into reverse, we get that backup camera. If we pop this on, we can go left and right and see a different view, see the front view, see a bigger top down, and we of course have a 3D view. So no shortages of a nice camera system. And then with more piano black, we can press this. You're gonna see two cup holders along with a 12 volt. And then the armrests are really nice. There's a lever here you can pull, and that'll raise upwards to make it a little bit more comfortable. And then of course you can independently open these up, and it reveals a pretty good amount of storage space. We also have our glove box on the right side with a pretty good amount of space as well. And then just one last look at the interior. Very nice place to be. Beautiful interior. We get the two panes for the sunroofs. We can press these buttons and they're gonna open independently. And we do have vanity mirrors back here that I forgot to mention. But with those open, you can see some dome light controls and a frameless mirror. With all that said, now let's go for a spin. All right, so we are setting off now in the A8L. In comfort mode, just normal automatic. It is a super smooth car. Of course, this is their luxury version. You know, the S8 is gonna be the one that has the real power. This one's quick enough. I wouldn't say it's really all too fast. It's got enough power to do what you gotta do and get pretty good gas mileage. So it's a pretty good power plant. Now, as far as normal things, this is just such a nice place to be. You don't hear anything. It is so insulated. You got a huge windshield. The heads-up display is in a nice position. So really good visibility. All the mirrors do a great job. And over your right and left shoulder, honestly, you really don't have any blind spots. It feels like a nice open car, and yet you feel like you're kind of inside the car away from everything else too. So it's a super isolated vehicle. Now the suspension, you are riding on a cloud. Of course, it's adjustable with the settings that we already saw in there. I mean, it is just a really good place to be. All the tech too works really nice. It's easy and yet fancy feeling. So you got kind of everything you need, and yet it doesn't feel like it's hard to learn how to use all the tech in this car. I'm definitely a fan of just cruising in it, you know, the climate control, everything. It's just everything you want, and it looks great. When you're taking a turn, giving it some gas, I mean, it's got enough power. Let's toggle it up a little bit into dynamic mode. Go into manual. I mean, it's healthy, you know, it'll get you up on the highway, things like that, passing traffic. I wouldn't say you're gonna buy an A8 to be any type of sporty car. You want the S8 if you're gonna want something that's a little bit more performance focused. Even in dynamic mode, this is still insanely comfortable. So you can tell everything about this car is just a luxury car. It's not about performance or sport. It's just about looking good and feeling good while you're cruising in it. I don't think there's anything from a driver's point of view that's really bad about it. Only thing I noticed, the silver here really reflects some sunlight. So that can get a little annoying depending on the light you're at. You know, whatever angle the sun is, it might be a little annoying just having that glare. But the transmission shifts pretty smooth. The power delivery is very smooth. honestly, everything about this just feels like a good car. It's nice in here. It's nice to be. The seats are super comfortable with a million different adjustments. I mean, you could be on a long road trip and you're not going to get fatigued. I don't have any issues just cruising in this car. The controls are also easy to work with on your seat, and then all the other controls, the massaging seat function and everything like that. Steering, weightless. I mean, everything you'd want in a luxury car, the A8 seems to do. Really good fit and finish, and it just seems like a pleasant car to be in.